Well, good evening, Black and Married with Kids. How are you this Takeover Tuesday? How are you doing? I am Dunamis Dee, aka Pastor Dee, your spiritual life and relationship coach. And I'm excited about today because this is Takeover Tuesday and I am on Black and Married with Kids. And I'm always excited when I am on this platform. You all have no idea. This really illuminates a lot of things in me that sometimes I don't even know how to say a lot of things that's in my heart because you all are so powerful. I love the fact that it's focused on a Black man and a Black woman that is united in holy matrimony, and they have brought their children into a place of their own abode and dominion, that they're raising them up for their life and for their legacy. So it is some dynamic people on here, and particularly as the woman who is assigned to the great man for their life. And that's why I'm really excited even the more, because as women, you all, let me just say this, as the woman, you are. That's what makes me very excited about you as Black and Married with Kids. So I'm thankful for Lamar and Ronnie Tyler, who has given me this opportunity to be here before you. We got a great topic tonight, you all. I am the founder of Dunamis Woman Enterprise, and you all, we definitely over there providing spiritual mentorship, providing spiritual guidance. Oh my God, seeing so many lives transform. That's the key. I'm just excited because the women that are over there in Dunamis Woman Enterprise and Mighty Christian Women, it's our private group. I want you to go and like the page and be a part of that, because from a spiritual teaching and spiritual coaching perspective, I can't even explain what is happening in the lives of the women that are there. Hey, Lawrence Perkins, greetings. I thank you for being a part of this live. Thank you. And anyone who's watching it, I ask that you will share it with someone, because we are here to really bring so much empowerment and enlightenment from a spiritual perspective to the woman that is here assigned to her husband, assigned to her great man. So as I was stating, being woman who God created us to be. You checking in from Houston, Texas? All right, because I will be in Houston, Texas real soon, Brian. Thank you. We are the foundation. Hey, Erica, we are the matriarchs. We are the womb bearers, woman. We are the life givers. We have been entrusted with so much spiritually that it just really is mind-blowing. Hey, Afisa, is it from Detroit, Michigan? Hey, Linda, all the way from Maryland, how are you? We have been so entrusted with so much from a spiritual perspective, and that's what Dunamis is. Dunamis is a spiritual force. It's a militance, it's a violence, it's a miraculous power that is endowed. Hey, Sherelle from San Diego. It has been endowed within us from creation. And you all, this is why we as women, we experience so much in our lives. We're multifaceted, we're multitasked. We can handle so much at the same time because God has entrusted us to carry his power, to carry his strength, most of all, to be able to give birth and to give life. Do you all know that's an honor? If you're a woman and really understanding what I'm saying as the woman assigned to your life and your legacy, just put up there, it's an honor to be a woman. It's an honor to be a woman, because there's nobody else who can do it. Hey, Kimberly from Mississippi, it's an honor to be a woman. And sometimes it could be overwhelming. Sometimes it could be frustrating. Oh man, you all, we can be depleted as women. And a lot of times we lose our sexuality. I'm not talking about having sex right now. I'm not talking about that. But we lose sight of some things that we are, because we have become depleted in our soul. We've become depleted in the depths of our soul. So we're steadily doing things, and we're steadily doing things, and we're steadily doing things. And we're so busy being human doings that I'm coming tonight from a spiritual perspective to empower you and decree that you are strengthened, that you may live as a human being. Be the woman that you were created to be. Be the woman that you were built and fashioned to be. Be the woman that you was gracefully adorned to be. And when you are being the woman, yes, Afisa, it's an honor. When you are being that woman, you all, do you know that that spiritual power and that strength and that force called dunamis, it just exudes from your being. So all of us as women, we need to be not only strengthened, but we need to be unleashed, because when life comes, when the enemy comes, he comes to hit us hard. He comes to hit us hard. So I want you to be empowered tonight. For those of you all who are just tuning in, I'm so grateful. Thank you so very much. You are tuned in and you're watching Dunamis Dee, affectionately known to so many as I spiritually coach them, as I spiritually teach them, as I spiritually empower them, as I mentor them, as I pray with so many women across the globe. I'm honored to be able to do so because I have been through some things that I know is going to produce some outcomes because I got the stripes on my back. But I do that from a spiritual perspective, and I'm the founder of Dunamis Woman Enterprise, and that is our mission and our goal of what we're just saying, what I just said right there. So as I always teach you all, I like to teach about things that's going to cause our families to be rejuvenated, because I think the family, I believe the family is the foundation, and every family needs to be strengthened. Now, do you all agree? So we're talking about tonight. Ladies, are you ready? If you're ready, come on, tell me you're ready. Tell me you're ready. Because we're going to be talking about how to bring sexy back. How to bring sexy. Come on now. How to bring sexy back into that marriage. Okay? Now, you can't tell me that we don't lose the sexiness in marriage. Because I've been married on a few occasions, to be honest with you. And I understand. Thanks, Felice. You ready? Yes, Tahira. You ready? You ready? You ready? And we lose that sexy because we get depleted. We get depleted. And as I coach, I have been coaching and doing this from a ministerial standpoint. I have started doing it as a lifestyle. I don't want to say a business. It's a lifestyle. But for almost 30 years now. And I have counseled and coached so many couples. And the main thing is the woman has become depleted. And the man, he's not stimulated to the magnitude. And it causes him to look elsewhere. It causes him to look elsewhere, and that shall not be. Now, I can't speak about a whole lot of marriages, but as I have been graced to take this platform in Black and Married with Kids, you all better know it's intentional. And I like it because we as a Black people, we're hit in so many areas of our lives, and that we are so powerful, and we are forced not to be reckoned with together. And so on the charts of everything, it saddens me how we are the highest in some health issues, the highest in divorce, the highest amongst people of faith, because that power has not really been taught. How do we utilize that from a practical standpoint? Many of us may go to church. Many of us do believe in God. Many of us believe in our Creator. Many of us believe from a spiritual perspective. But has we really been taught? Okay? And so we have to be taught. So what happens when a woman starts to look other places too? There you go, Carol. I'm with you. A woman can look other places too because she needs to be stimulated. The woman needs to be stimulated. The woman needs to be unleashed. And oftentimes, the man don't even know what to do with us. The husband don't know what to do with us. And we're two hurting people that needs to be stimulated. But Carol, I want to tell you this. You are the womb bearer. You are the woman. So it's some things that is needed and required of you in the earth, that this is why I'm here. And this is why I'm going on a tour in 7 states initially right now, because I believe that we as women need to be empowered and need to be unleashed, so we won't look out other places. We don't go outside of our home. We understand who we are. We know how to bring that sexy back, because we got to feel it within ourselves. This is not about having sex. Please know that, because let me tell you something. I have been married, and just to have sex, okay? Sometimes we just do it out of duty. Now, who agree with me? Because I'm gonna tell you the truth here. I can't go in like I would if I'm on my own platform in Mighty Christian Women, okay? Because I have to respect other people's platforms, and I bring it to a place of PG, okay? But how many of us really understand that when we just have sex, as it becomes a duty, because it's not about the act. It's about from within. It's about being unleashed, unleashing the woman within. Okay? Yes, Carol, yes. And so oftentimes we don't even know what to be for ourselves, as opposed to the man who don't know what to be. Now, I'm not here to take sides with anyone, but I'm just going to tell you this one thing, because men got a hard job here. Men got a difficult job, because the word of God tells them, husbands, Listen, and I think it's in Peter. Husbands, dwell with your wives with understanding. Come on now. If we don't understand ourselves, how can they understand us? If we don't understand who this woman is from within, not from without, not because we just go to work, take care of kids, come home, wash clothes, cook dinner, do this, do that, do this, have sex. They want it. We give it. Bend over, turn up, put your legs up, roll over. We end up doing all those things. Come on now. And we don't even understand the woman within. And now we come depleted. Yes, Carol. Yes, hand clap, hand clap. So to bring that sexy back, I want to give you all 3 things, okay? Because for them to dwell with us with an understanding, and we don't understand ourselves, they're becoming depleted, and they could just dismiss some things. They could just dismiss. Let me tell you, they could be in our presence and just dismiss us until they want some sex. And then we could be over here, we doing things, and we dismiss them until we need something. So it's not bringing the unity of what the marriage really was created for, because so many things hits us as a union, That means a unified foe. Somebody write that there. A union is nothing but a unified foe. How do we fight this together? How do we know how to spiritually war together? How do we meet each other's needs? Not from a dutiful standpoint, but from a beautiful standpoint, tapping within and unleashing the woman within so the man can be unleashed. So this is about who we are and not what we do. So I'm going to give you 3 things today. And I'm going to speak truth to you. I'm going to keep it from a PG standpoint because I have taught this so many times. And I'm seeing from a coaching perspective, so many lives of women, and particularly that. Thank you, Carol. I'm literally seeing, and I didn't intend for this to take place, you all. As I coach women from all over, I have been seeing here within the past few months, marriages being reconciled. I'm talking about they have been separated, and some women have been divorced after a couple of decades. And so when they came, because they were hurting from coaching as a result of that, what I've been coaching them and spiritually guiding them, and they have been following these instructions and unleashing the woman within, which is why I'm going on this Healing for My Soul tour. They're doing this, and marriages are beginning to be reconciled, not because of a status quo, but I'm talking about they're discovering the man and the woman, but it's beginning with the woman, because the husband and the wife aspect suffocated the woman and it suffocated the man. But because the woman is a life giver, the woman is a foundation, the woman is a pillar, the woman is the matriarch. Ladies, I got to tell you, a lot of this stuff to be resurrected, which is Dunamis power, begins with us. So let's go there. Number 1. I'm going to give you number 1. How to bring sexy back into your marriage. How? It's called being vivacious, vivacity. Somebody write that there, vivacity, vivacity. And that when you have that vivacity, it's like it's an attractiveness that you have about yourself. Now, I just did a live on my Dunamis Dee page, and I was talking about purpose and knowing who you are attracted to. But in this case, it relates to marriages. A lot of women have lost their attractiveness from within. Thank you, Sherelle. Vivacity. Yes, thank you. Vivacity and the attractiveness is not about, oh, I got hair and I'm getting it plaited, or I got my hair done, or I changed the color, or I got nice clothes and I got earrings and I have this from the external. I'm talking about attractiveness, that I don't care how my body looks. I could have a midriff. I can have big hips. I can have big breasts. I can be a little bit overweight. I could be a little bit plump. And it doesn't define my vivacity, because my attractiveness is in who I am. No matter how I'm physically shaped, I can still throw it where I need to throw it. I can still be who I need to be. I know how to be from within, that my husband will be mesmerized. The man that is assigned to me, the man knows that attractiveness is a spiritual alluring. Oh yes, it's a seductiveness. Okay. And I think that we, particularly if you are a believer, particularly, or you have been so stretched in life, you lose that ability to be seductive. And that's why next week I'm going to talk about, how to keep them from looking at how to keep the sad chick out of your home. But for right now, I'm talking about your attractiveness, because it's in your laughter. It's in who you are. It's in your uniqueness. And so when you're unleashing the woman within, it's resurrecting some stuff that life have caused to die inside of you. It's resurrecting some vivaciousness in you that as you have been giving, do you know even giving birth to children will cause you to lose your vivaciousness? Because you got to push and you got to bear down, but yet you still got to bring the child home and you still got to feed them. You still got to change a diaper. You still got to do this. You still got to do that. And then you'll be wondering, what happened to my sexiness? What happened to my attractiveness? What happened to my vivacity? Yeah, come on, you all. I want you to get it tonight. I want you to get it. Yes, yes, yes. I want you to get it. And so it moves me into number 2, because when that attractiveness there, it increases my vitality. Write that down. Vitality. Vitality. And if you really look at vitality, it really is letting you know the woman is vital in her home. You're vital. Oh, you need to be confident in that. You're vital. And don't you let nothing take that away from you. Thank you, Robert. Thank you for saying it's good teaching. You are vital. So that vitality means you have an energy about yourself. You have an energy that, you know what? Every day I wake up, Dunamis is hitting that floor. Every day I get a chance to wake up. That energy, it shifts my atmosphere. The energy of my presence, the energy of what I bring into my atmosphere. Just because you have a house don't necessarily mean you have a home. And just because you may have a home that it has nice furniture and it has a nice appliances and it's very well adorned, don't mean that you have energy in that. Because that atmosphere, do you know the woman who is unleashed changes the atmosphere? She changes the atmosphere of everybody, the children, the husband. She knows who she is, and it brings life into her, and it brings life into her home. That vitality is important. So I want you all to get that. The first thing is the vivacity. Then you got to know that because of your attractiveness, you are vital. And because you are vital, now here's the number 3. Oh, come on now. Y'all better be ready for number 3. You're voiceless. You're voiceless. Oh, what do you mean by that, Pastor D? Because see, that may be touching on my toes a little bit right now. That don't mean you don't have anything to say. But that means when you do speak, your words are intentional. See, one thing that I had to learn is that as a powerful woman, as a dunamis woman, my words are more qualitative than it is quantitative. Yes, it is. So when the woman within is being unleashed, when she speaks intentionally, but she speaks skillfully. There's 3 things that I teach about, and I'm gonna challenge the women here. When I go on this tour, and that's why I want you to be there. I want you to come. I'm gonna be in 7 cities. I'm gonna come to California. Yeah, I saw a Cali girl on here, California. Then I'm going to Hampton, Virginia. If you're in that area, let's come on. I'm going to Arlington, Virginia. I'm going to be right there at the Courtyard Marriott for all of them. I'm leaving Arlington, Virginia. I'm going to Houston, Texas. I'm leaving Houston and I'm going to Dallas, Texas. I'm leaving Dallas and I'm going to my hometown, Chicago. I'm going to the Chi. Yeah, Debbie, I need you to come. And then I'm coming back to ATL. And I'm going to be February and March. Yes, yes. I won't be in Massachusetts yet, but I promise you, in Ohio yet, but I'm coming. But you all can come where I am, because the Healing for My Soul tour is going to dig deep, and it's very limited seats. Now, this is not a big old conference. I'm telling you that right now, and that's intentionally. It's very limited because I'm going to dig into the woman. I want the woman to be unleashed. So when she come back, oh my God, the man in her home, He may tell you to come on back. He may tell you, you need to go back and see some more Pastor D. You may need to go back and come on with that spiritual coach, okay? I am going to be at the Courtyard Marriott Elaine in Los Angeles, California, February 2nd. Go to that bit.ly if you're anywhere near it and go and register today. The seats are only $27. You can't beat that with a stick. You just can't. As my mama used to say, you can't beat it with a stick. And that was all intentional, you all, because this is something that I know that God has mandated me to do. He's given me a mission to do, and I got to do it because why? Our homes are suffering. And I'm a black woman. Did you notice? Did y'all notice I'm a black woman? Did you notice? And so I'm very empathic about my people. Oh, I'm very empathic. So I want you to, what was number 2 again? Number 2 is vitality, Edwards. Vitality is the energy, yes. So I'm very empathic, and I'm very disheartened about the life of, it's not for married folks only. It is for all women, married, unmarried, widowed, single who've never been married, separated, those who contemplating separation, those who contemplating divorce, all women. As long as you got hips and tits, it's for all women, okay? Get there. But I'm very empathic about this because it's disheartening of how we as a black people are getting so many attacks as a unit, as a union, and we don't have in spiritual empowerment the way that we need to, okay? So I want you, Ebony, to go to the bit.ly, bit.ly, Healing Tour 2019, and get the ticket. The link is going to be pinned up there, bit.ly/Healing Tour 2019. I want you to go to that link and go on and get it. So the last point that I have for you, as I was stating about being voiceless, ladies, one of the things that I'm going to be talking about, first of all, when I get there, who are we? I'm going to give you some spiritual nuggets that I know is going to blow your mind, because it's been blowing a lot of women's minds, and it's been transforming their lives. But I'm going to teach you 3 things, okay? When I'm talking about being voiceless, that means you don't have something to say. That don't mean you have a voice, because your voice is so powerful, because your mind is so powerful. For the man, it's very critical that you know how to utilize this power. See, I had to learn the hard way, but I got it, you all. I got it. That's what I say. I got the stripes on my back. I got it. I got the wounds. I got it. And you don't have to pay the same price that I paid. Thank you, Ebony. I'm looking forward to meeting you, honey. I want you to get it, and I want you to get on the clearance rack. And I want you to get it because I want you to get it from a woman who's been married and who's had powerful men, and I did not know what to do with my power. Now, I gave it to them, and may have blew their mind in one way, but I didn't know how to handle it and distribute it properly. I just doused it on them. You know what I mean? And it was like, woo, what is this? You know what I'm saying? So we got to be very strategic and very keen. I will be in Chicago March 2nd, Debbie, at the Courtyard Marriott right there by Midway Airport, March 2nd. Okay, and I want you to be there because Chicago is filling up fast because it's my hometown. So I want you to get it. But women, when we learn these 3 things, are how to utilize our voice strategically, how to utilize our voice skillfully, and how to utilize our voice in the proper timing of which needs to be said and when it needs to be said. You got so much sexiness that you have to restore in your marriage. You got so much attractiveness on the inside of you. You got so much energy on the inside of you that the last thing you need to do is to be a woman of quantitative words. When I speak 2 words, I'm speaking because I understand why I'm saying it, when I'm saying it, and I'm also knowing who I'm saying it to. I'm going to leave you this in closing. If you read the Word of God, it tells every woman to submit to her own husband. Now, don't put your focus on the word submit. The key word is own, O-W-N. That's why you got to know what works for Jerry don't work for Jack. What works for Jack don't work for Brian. What may work for Keith don't work for Kevin. What may work for Kevin don't work for Carrie. Okay, so if we take one thing and we try to make it all one thing, you're going to lose something right there. So when it says to your own, you got to know the uniqueness in him. And by knowing the uniqueness in him, you got to know the uniqueness in you. That's right, Juliet. Quantitative words as opposed to qualitative words as opposed to quantitative words. So you got to know the uniqueness. And how can you unleash anything externally and then you don't unleash the woman within? And that's what it's going to be about. All what may be going in that is causing the woman to be suffocated. All that is what's going on within as you have done so many duties that have caused the woman to be smothered. No, on this Healing for My Soul tour with the one and only Dunamis D, the one and only Pastor D of Dunamis Woman Enterprise, not only will you be unleashed, but your marriage will be unleashed. And that great man that you laying with, that great man that you right there, that sexy back gonna be in the marriage before you even get to the bedroom. Come on now. Oh, see, if y'all was on my platform, I'll go there on another aspect. But the main thing is that we're gonna really get it. Now, thank you all. Go to that bit.ly. I want to see you there on the tour, okay? If you are not a part of the group, Mighty Christian Women, go and join the group, Mighty Christian Women. More to come, more teachings, more empowerment, more. And that's what it's going to be. Because 2019 is going to be one of the best years yet. I don't care what's happening out here externally. I don't care what's going on around us. It's about the dunamis woman within that is going to be unleashed. I am Pastor Dee. Once again, thank you, Lamar and Ronnie, for allowing me to have this platform to speak to such a mighty, powerful group of men and women. And I look to see you all at the Healing Tour 2019. Have a good evening and God bless. Yes, Linda.